Hey, what's good? Ross Lidge, Regg'Go Music, Regg'Go Media TV 2024, something brand new we doing. REGGO, Regg'Go Music, hashtag Regg'Go Music, at Regg'Go Music on all your social media platforms. Listen, man, I'm going to jump straight into it, and I'm going to talk about a topic that may be a little uncomfortable. Some of y'all might be a little upset or opposed to me saying this, but it's the truth, and we want to downplay it. We try to forget it, and we try not to talk about it too much. But I want to talk about the blackout truth about go-go music, man. You see what I mean? I was there. I was a part of it. I was in it, so I can talk about it. And time has allowed us to already let the healing begin to be done, and we can now adjust and proceed how to begin to rebuild as a genre and a culture. The blackout truth, man, about go-go music is this. Go-go music rise and peak era was due to its front row seat on the drug market train of the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. You need me to say that again for you? Go-go music rise and peak era was due to its front seat on the drug market train of the 80s and 90s. Yes. The demographic and the patron support then, and I'm going to be generous in saying this, and this is a small number. You had like 3,500 plus people every weekend supporting go-go. If you had a crowd of like 300 people, then that's small. That's a small crowd, 300 people doing them days there, you know. Bands played 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah. How is this possible? PCP, Love Boat. In fact, Chris Blackwell, Island Records, you know, when he did the movie Good to Go, which was supposed to highlight go-go, the focus, the storyline wasn't on go-go, it was on that. And then following the PCP era, you had, of course, the crack era that came in. You know, the money was just lucrative. It was super lucrative. You know, everybody had new outfits, man. 18 to 21, you couldn't wait to be the 21 to go see Rare Essence. You know, 21 just meant that you was grown, for real. Shoes, hairdos, every weekend. You know, if you wasn't in it, involved in it, or doing it, or selling it, your older siblings might have, and they just had money to give you to go. Everybody had, and everybody went. It was that time. All the hustlers was there, you know, and you wanted to be there to see who was going to go there. The go-go was everything, you know. In fact, I'll say this. If you like 35 and younger, and your parents or grandparents still alive, man, just go, and they from this DC DMV region and they was around here doing it, just go hug them up for real and tell them how much you love them and how much you appreciate them, really, because they survived it. They really survived it. It was a tough time, man. I can tell you this, and they won't tell you. You know, I shouldn't be telling you this about your parents, and they probably won't tell you. But I'm telling you, man, they either sold, used, did both. They got locked up. They came home, just coming home, lunched out, you know, overcame addicted, still are, still struggling today. Just pray. Just pray. Just pray. You know, and be grateful, because as a people, they still survive that, man. And you're going to have a percentage of them who say, oh, I never did. I don't know what he's talking about. Not me. A lot of females can say that, yeah. But you can rest assured. You can believe this. I can bet you this. They probably dated or was the main woman, top chick, whatever. They were the main woman to some dude who was hustling and balling hard back then. And chances are he probably died a violent death or went to jail for a long time. So if they may have not been directly, but indirectly I'm telling you, the money was so lucrative. That was just the train then, you know what I mean? And hip hop music then was breaking. But let me say this about hip hop. Hip hop was breaking at the same time, but in New York, arts is the commerce of New York. Acting, singing, dance, drama. I'm not saying hip hop wasn't involved in that. Yeah, that came with hip hop too. But hip hop as became an art form and also became a part of New York commerce. You understand? Here in DC, bureaucracy. It's all about the DC government industry. Bureaucracy is what's going on here. Typing was a trade. We went to school to learn to work for government or more supporting government agencies. You know, today the patron go-go demographic, young people, teenagers, is very low. If they in it at all, but it's very, very low. And whatever substance or, sorry to say, substance abuse or substances that young people may be involved in is not relative or related to go-go as it was then. And that's a good thing, because we don't want this black eye. Go-go music doesn't want this black eye. But it's not relative. So it doesn't bring in, again, that form of that economic base. The adults, as I said, who were supporting go-go back then, the young adults, early 20s, early 30s, even up to 40. Right now, the adults are adulting. You know, they raising kids, buying homes, very prosperous in around this DMV area. So they're not out there in the go-go's as they were in that day. So it's not the same. It's not going to be the same. What's left? With the more established groups of go-go today, they get they get the money bag, get the good bag gigs, to rub your elbows, political, weird, go-go is our music gigs, you know, those festivals and hot contested when politics are running for office and they need to drum up support. They get that kind of stipend and grant money, you know, those kind of gigs. Other bands around here, a lot of musicians, I can say us, but a lot of musicians do it strictly because they love it. Strictly because they love it now. And they're not getting the money that they got in that day because it's not there. They're not getting paid what they're worth. So you have the promoters, or should I say demoters. You have some managers, I could say damages. But basically the promoters and the club owners, they're pimping the music and the bands, you know, for liquor sales. They're pimping and prostituting the bands for liquor sales. How much liquor can you sell? Meaning, if you got a crowd that follow you, you know, 100, 200 people, and they coming in and they're all buying 2 drinks apiece, that's what it is, man. It has nothing to do with the art, the music, the excitement anymore. It don't have nothing to do with that at all. So that's what's going on. And that's why I think now is no better time than now for some new, young, creative, innovative, some new versions of like Genuine, Raheem Devon, Wale, Michelle and Degacello, some new creative versions of them. And I call them names because they all have touched or been a part of go-go somewhere, and they took their talents and platforms and look what they excelled to. So that's why I'm saying new, even more creative, newer versions of them to come do it their way, take the music, the beat, the sound, and extend it even further than what the names that I just called did. And just come on and do it, man, and dare to be different. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it right there. That's the whole truth. Oh, I ain't gonna say that's the whole truth, that's my opinion. But that's the blackout truth. The economic base, how to build it back, you have to build it back different, because it's not gonna build back by as it was before, or the shows in the club. The economic base is just not there as it was when it rode that train. All right, that's me, Rod Sledge, Regg'Go, I'm out. Regg'Go Music, Regg'Go Media TV, REGGO, hashtag Regg'Go Music, at Regg'Go Music on all your media. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace out. Bless up. See y'all on the next one.